Hey up guys! So today's movie that I'm going to be discussing is the directorial feature debut of Daniel Sanchez Lopez, Boy Meets Boy, which he co-wrote with Hannah Penton. I saw Boy Meets Boy as part of the BFI Flair Festival, and I went into it not knowing anything about it. I didn't watch the trailer, I didn't read the synopsis beforehand, although to be fair, the title of this film gives you all the synopsis you could possibly need, and I ended up really enjoying it. Set in Berlin over the space of one day, a British doctor called Harry, played by James Morrison, is having one big blowout weekend in Berlin. He comes across local dancer Johannes, played by Alexis Koutsoulis, in a gay club, and the two end up spending the entire following day together, exploring the city, discussing their lives and their ideological views before Harry catches his flight back to London in the evening. The film which immediately sprung to mind as I was watching Boy Meets Boy was Andrew Haig's 2011 film Weekend. That film had a very similar premise. It's about two gay men flitting into each other's lives, having an instant connection and spending a brief but meaningful amount of time with each other and leaving that brief encounter feeling changed and better for it. I'm 90% sure that Weekend was Lopez's main inspiration for Boy Meets Boy. The fact that Harry mentions that he's from Nottingham, which is where Weekend is set, just feels like way too big of a coincidence. But yeah, it's the same type of mumblecore gay indie, which focuses more on characters and dialogue than it does plot. And it is quite an effective film, mainly because the chemistry of its two lead actors is so electric, and the conversations that they have, while not always feeling very organic, they do touch upon issues and topics that the modern gay man does struggle with. From hookup culture and the cycle of sexual gratification, which is shortly followed by self-loathing and disgust, which is something that Harry himself feels like he's trapped in, to open relationships. Johannes has more of a traditional heteronormative idea of what he wants for the future, like he wants to be committed to one person and have kids, and yet at the same time he's in an open relationship with his boyfriend. So there's an internal clash there, because sometimes some gay men do want more traditional values, but at the same time they want to sleep around, and they don't often, coexist together easily. There is a clash there. It's a bit of a paradox. The film also touches upon religion, monogamy, their careers, finding yourself in a society which is more accepting of gays now. So it feels very attuned to today's gay youth, but the only topic that it didn't address, which I thought it might do, was PrEP, which is a drug that a lot of gay men take now to prevent themselves from getting HIV. And it usually does come up in discussion, particularly when you're talking about sex and hookup apps like Grindr and Tinder. But no, they didn't mention it, which was one topic I thought they might actually explore, but didn't. I also like the way that Lopez shot this film, because it feels purposely aimless, but at the same time, there's an expiration date on these two characters together. So it feels very fleeting, but at the same time, you do enjoy the journey. He uses a lot of long takes of the two of them wandering the streets and conversing, and it feels like you're getting swept along in this lovey-dovey journey of theirs. There's also very little music used in this film, to great effect I might add. Lopez has an ability to make silence feel positively charged with anticipation. A scene in a park where Harry asks Johannes to dance for him is a great example of this. At first, all you hear is the hustle and bustle ambience of Berlin, and then Lopez slowly strips that background noise away, and all that's left is silence and the two boys embracing each other. It's a real example of how less can be so much more. It gave me goose pimples, that scene. So let's ask them three questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? I think I would, yes. I really did enjoy watching Boy Meets Boy, and I really resonated with the characters and the issues and topics that they discussed. So yes, I think I would watch this again. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? If you're a fan of Andrew Haig's Weekend, then you're definitely going to want to check this out. But also, if you're a fan of slow, talky, mumblecore type films, like the works of Richard Linklater or Noah Baumbach, then I think you would really enjoy this film. And question number 3, what score do I give it out of 10? Sometimes the dialogue is a little bit clunky, like the scene where they're comparing people to different types of cheeses is a bit, well, cheesy. But I did really enjoy being quietly swept along in Boy Meets Boy. I liked the acting, the directing, and it really spoke to me as a gay man. So I'm going to give Boy Meets Boy a score of 7.5 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching this review, guys. If you have seen Boy Meets Boy, be sure to let me know what you thought of it in that comment section down below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And if you want to follow me on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links in that video description down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.